What is going on, my listeners? Hey, I want to talk to you about something that I'm super excited to announce to the world. We are having our first ever six-figure academy. That's right, six-figure academy. If you're a business owner out there and you're looking for specific strategies and tools to help you grow your six-figure business, we have launched a 10-week group program where you're going to be in a room with 50 other entrepreneurs and you're going to be working together as a cohort to build out your six-figure business. We're going to be talking about everything from structuring your business, finding your perfect avatar, time management, sales one-on-one, building your team and growing your business, implementing the right systems. If you even have a 9 to 5, we're going to talk about strategies on building your business while you work your day job. And the ultimate goal is through the 10-week program, you will learn six-figure principles that help you increase your influence, impact, and income in your business. Let's make sure that as we go into 2022, that we prioritize the success of our business and we get in the right rooms to take our business to the next level. If you would like more information about this academy, please visit www.6figacademy.com, 6figacademy.com. Let's dive into the episode. What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome to yet again another episode of the Pivot Mindset Podcast. My name is Justin. I am your host. And if you are listening to this podcast, you connect with the message that life is all about the pivots, and those who decide to make the pivots decide to become successful. That's right. Success is a deliberate decision that we make each and every day. And a part of it is just making the decision to make the pivots in life, to make the changes, to make the adjustments. And so, man, I am honored to be amongst you today and to talk about this topic that is so near and dear to my heart. As many of you have known, I've been on really a personal development journey for quite some time. And in that personal development journey, it has caused me to be super reflective on what I can do as an individual and as a person to continue to get better. For me, I think getting better is the ultimate underpinnings of a personal development journey. I'm not just trying to develop myself as a person to stand out or to be, someone who gets accolades or have more outward success, but a part of like really doing the real work and part of doing really like good personal development is doing the internal work, the core work, the work that is near and dear to really your heart, right? And often what doing core work and the real work means is it often starts with the inside stuff and the stuff that people may not know about and the stuff that it may be hard to see on the outward, but internally you could be going through hell if you're not like processing and getting through this information and getting through the actual core work. Many of us in life, there are many things that have happen to us, for us, and around us that affect the way we view life. And I truly believe that the life that we have and what we've built is set and based on the beliefs that we have about that life. Who you are, the person that you've become today, is a result, a end product of the person in your belief system. Your belief system is the thing that guides and girds your success. It's also the thing that is setting the trajectory for your life. Based on how you believe about yourself, your people around you, your circumstances, your background, all of that stuff, that dictates how you believe and think about you. And how you believe and think about you dictates what you do with your life. And so today I want to talk about something that I think is crucial when it comes to personal development, when it comes to taking that next step and building the life that you want to build for yourself. When we talk about living the pivoted life, this topic is near and dear because it's so important, and I don't think it's something that a lot of people talk about. Before we talk about it, let's hear from one of our sponsors. This episode is sponsored by Andy and Kelsey Wozniak from eXp Realty. Andy and Kelsey are your trusted go-to Northeast Ohio agents for all of your real estate needs. On top of being amazing realtors, they are true leaders in the industry. They have done 20 plus million in real estate transactions over the last couple of years, or 60 to 70 transactions per year, which is next level. So if you're a realtor or have ever considered becoming one, these are the people you want to rock with. These are the ones you want to reach out to. They're building something truly special and doing it by helping other agents grow their businesses alongside them. I have personally done business with Kelsey and Andy. They are my realtors. We've worked together over the last 5 years, and they are true professionals who are perfecting their crafts as well as giving back to others. For my listeners who are thinking of buying or selling, Kelsey and Andy are offering to give you $1,000 off your listing fee or $500 paid towards your closing costs, which is amazing. On top of that, if you're a realtor, Kelsey is offering a free discovery call to help you grow your business to a new level. Call Kelsey today at 330-690-0255 or follow them on Facebook under Life with Woz, LIFEWITHWOZ, Life with Woz, for more information and to take advantage of these great offers. The topic is the power of accountability. How powerful is accountability and personal accountability in your life? What if today you determined to take the most personal accountability you have ever have in your life? What if today you decided that I'm going to take accountability for everything that has happened in my life? That I'm going to take a personal accountability for the circumstances, the situations, the good things, the bad things that have happened in my life. Today, in this topic of accountability is something that I have leaned more into more recently, and it has given me such a boldness and a freedom that I didn't know that I could ever have imagined. And I want to dive deep into this topic today, and that's, again, around personal accountability. So I find that many people try to run from personal accountability. I believe that many of us, when it comes to creating the kind of life that we want and building that life out, we often find kind of the demons or the dark stuff in our closet, right? And the things that we believe has held us back. And we identify these often as limiting beliefs, negative self-talk, self-sabotage, poor confidence, all these things. And often these things are derived from how we were brought up in life and being sometimes punched in the mouth for quite frankly, right? But you could take the stance of a few different people. So you can take the stance of everything in my life happened to me. And because this stuff happened to me, I now have this set of cards that I've been dealt. And I've got to try to figure out the best way to deal with this set of cards and the best way to win with the set of cards that I've got. So you could take that mentality, or you can take the mentality that says everything is happened for me, that everything in my life happened for me. Good, bad, ugly, and different. Everything was supposed to happen. And the reason why it was supposed to happen because it did happen. And if it could have happened some other way, it would have happened another way. But everything that was supposed to happen happened, and it framed up the kind of person who I am. And because of that, I'm not going to run or hide from personal accountability in my life, and I'm going to own up to every single thing that's happened in my life. Now, I know that this can be a very triggering topic because this is not to negate that people haven't done bad things to you. This is not to negate the importance of being true with how you feel about how people may have affected you, right? This is not to usurp that. This is not to take that off of the table, because the truth is there are things that have happened to you in your life that you may have not had any control over, that you may have had things that truly happened to you. You may have had a very rough start as a child, or you may have been brought up in a way that was not conducive to you being a successful person. There are tons of ways and tons of things that could have happened to you that affect the way that you view life now. But I want to challenge you, and I want to push you in an area. The accountability and taking personal accountability of the life that you have is one of the most freeing things you can do, because it finally opens you up to be in charge of what you do next. Because when you don't take personal accountability, you get the opportunity to blame everyone. You get to play the blame game. You get to point the fingers at everyone. And you get to say that the life that I have right now is only based on, or simply based on, what this person did to me or what that person did to me. And you do not look at yourself and determine as a person, what was it in me that attracted that kind of person into my life? What is it about me that I have bad relationships, if that's something that you struggle with? What is it about me that I don't attract the right friends, and I keep attracting friends that lie, or that steal from me, or that try to do something to me, right? Like, what is it about me that attracts people that do not have the good intentions? Is there something about me that shows to people that I can be manipulated? Is there something about me that says that I can be taken advantage of, right? And so one of the most freeing things you could do is take the accountability. Because when you take accountability, you become the chief controller of your life. Because one of the things that happens when you decide to take accountability is when you decide to take accountability, you begin to take ownership for the things that have happened in your life. And not only the good things that have happened, but also the bad things that have happened. And so once you finally start taking ownership of those things, that means that you have the ability going forward to also affect the good and bad things that happen in your life. Because I don't want anyone to rob you from the benefits of taking the personal accountability. There's so much growth when it comes to taking this step in moving in this direction in your life. I've made the decision in my life that no matter what happens in my life, that all of my relationships, etc., I'm going to do my best. I'm going to win out on accountability. And so if there's a friendship that I have and there's an area where the friendship has broken down, I decided that I'm going to take ownership in it. I'm going to say there's something I could have done better to position myself in a way that may have not been detrimental to the relationship. If I'm have a challenge with a part of my job and my job isn't going well, isn't going at the level that I want it to go or as successful as I want it to go, I'm going to take a personal accountability to say there's got to be something that I could have done or that I can do to change the outcomes of my job. Because the truth is, everything can change if the input changes. The output can change if the input changes. Because you walk around with an energy. There is something infectious about someone with an energy. Like, I don't know if you've ever been in a room before and someone walks in and maybe the room may have been a quiet or depressed or really somber mood before someone walked in, but they walked in the room. And when they walked in the room, they lit the room up. They were happy, they were smiling, and the energy level that they brought into the room just raised the level of everyone else's energy in that room. That's the same thing that happens when you decide that I'm going to take accountability and I'm going to take ownership of the life that I have. Because when you do that, there are certain things that do not even get to you. When you level up your energy and you level up your vibrations and you level up the way that you show up in rooms, there's certain things that don't even come to you. People don't even come to you with things of drama and things that are not at the best level of themselves and at the highest level of themselves. People really begin to only look at you as a conduit of success. And so when they don't bring things that connect well with your energy, they don't even bring those things around you. And so there are so many benefits, right, of what does a personal accountability look like? How do I take accountability in all the areas of my life? It's not my mother, it's not my father, it's not my spouse, it's not my upbringing, it's not my past, it's not these things that have affected my life. It's me. It's my fault. And you don't have to do it from this non-confident, woe is me perspective. But you could say, you know what? The life that I've got is my fault. How good it is, how bad it is, it's my fault. I take ownership of it. It's me. It's my fault. I have affected who I am is the one that's shown up every single day. And if I want a different life, I've got to be someone different. And if I want to be someone different, I got to first take accountability for the life that I have. And so if I do not like the life that I have, I've got to be real with myself. And there are so many benefits. And I'm going to give you 3 in this episode, 3 benefits on taking ownership of the life that you have, right? And taking accountability into the life that you have. The first benefit is you actually get more confident. When you say, you know what, I don't have the life that I want because I could have done something better, you get more confident in the outcome. You get more confident in your abilities because you now know that it's simple tweaks that you can make to just get better. You don't have to stay in the same box or in the same life that you've always had, but you get the decision to wake up today to change your life. And guess what? It's your fault. And that's an amazing thing because if it's your fault, it also means that you can change it. Number 2, the second benefit that I believe you get when you take personal accountability is losing is looked at completely different. You start to look for the lessons in everything. Because now when you lose at something, you're like, man, where could I have gotten better? Where could I have improved myself? No matter what it is, I am always trying to find Where could I have gotten better? What could I have done better? It could have been something that was 195% on another person. It was all them. They did it. But I'm looking for the 5% that I could have done better myself. What, like maybe I should have worn a different shirt, right? Maybe I should have came at a different time when they're in a better mood, right? Maybe I didn't pose the right question. Maybe I had the wrong energy that I brought into the room, right? There's always something that I could have done better. I'm not saying that the thing you could have done better would change the outcome significantly, but there's always something you could have done better in a way that you could have improved what happened in your life. Because I have no doubt that someone else, given the same cards, would have a much better life than you have. There's somebody else looking out there that says, if you give me your past, if you give me your parents, if you give me your upbringing, if you give me your trauma, if you give me all those things, I would win at playing with your hand. Because there's somebody out there that would love to trade you hands. They would celebrate. It would be like hitting the lottery if they were to be able to trade your life with their life. So there's people out there that would love to have your story. And they would love to take more accountability for the life that you've got, right? And so let's dive into the third thing. The third thing is nobody has power over you because you lead with accountability. When you lead with accountability, nobody has power over you. No one can condemn you when you take ownership first. No one can talk bad about you when you step into the position with power that, hey, I own this. I own who I am. I own what I don't have. I own what I do have. Because the accountability piece doesn't have to just be one-sided. It doesn't have to be taking accountability just for everything bad that's happened in your life. But on the opposite side of that coin, it's two sides to the same coin. The opposite side is, as a result, you get to take advantage and you get to take accountability for the good that happens in your life. Yeah, you get the chance to take accountability for the good things that has happened in your life. If you are moving in the right heart and you are moving according to what you believe God has called you to move, and you are taking steps forward to change your life and get better and make the pivots, guess what? Because God is in you and you are the one making the decisions. God isn't asking us to ask him for every single thing that we want in life. It's already inside of us. And it's up to you to look inwardly because the God is already in you. And he's asking you, how about you take action in your life? I've given you exactly what it is that I want you to do with your life. I've given you purpose. I've given you promise. I've given you instruction. I've given you a word. I've given you stuff that you could take and put into action to create the kind of life that you want. Stop looking for everybody else to help you out, and you have it within yourself. But what kind of personal accountability can you take today? How would your relationships change? How would your life change if you looked at yourself as the chief accountability taker? I take accountability for all of the mess ups in my life. I take accountability for for where I am in life. I take ownership and accountability for it. And I will not let anyone take more accountability for my life than I take for my own. It's not their fault. It's my fault. It's such a powerful, freeing thing. And I wish I had better words to explain why it's so powerful and why it's so freeing, but you just have to do it to experience it. You just have to walk in that level of accountability to experience what I'm talking about. And so that is all I got for you today. I push you and encourage you to start to tap into the power of accountability. When you become accountable for your own life and not look to other people to blame for the life that you have, you begin to develop a power, an inertia, a force that you've never had before. And that power gives you all of the oomph you need to create the best kind of life that you possibly can. So if I push you in anything today, that is to take ownership of your life, and you are your best investment. And let's take things to the next level. Thank you for checking out this episode. I'm super excited to have you joining us. Continue to like, share, write us a rating and review of the podcast. And I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Remember, life is all about the pivots, and those who decide to make the pivots decide to become successful. Peace.